Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host Matrix Lord 212, and today we're going to talk about the leaderboards on PlayStation profiles. I don't think this is done enough, and I think that this should be a regular thing, maybe a few times a week. But I'm going to go solo right now, and I'm going to try to screen share. Um, if this allows me to, this antiquated laptop, which, let's see. Okay, so I just got I just beat Ultra Goodness 2, I believe it was European region, and I got the 7,626 platinum. Looking at the next milestone for trophies, 200,000. Right now I have 193,15. 193,315, and then the road to 7,700 platinums I'm doing. So the whole key to this is when you're fixed on playing a certain game, right? The best thing to do is, if you're comfortable with the game, to basically get all the games in the region. Okay, uh, especially like once you get into the groove, the quickest thing is to, once you feel comfortable with a game, beat every single game in that region. Buy them all at the same time. Okay, so while it's still fresh. So while I got my mojo with the game and I'm doing great, the key would be to buy the rest, if I have money, the rest of the regions, and that has a total of 6 platinums. So two for North America, which is PS4 and PS5, two for Europe, which is PS4 and PS5, and two for Asia, which is PS4 and PS5. I don't own the Asia ones yet, and I don't have the money at the moment, but it is on the list uh, to basically get Ultra Goodness 2 for Asia. Um, so I just finished gaming, getting that platinum, and I was in the mood to do podcasts and talk about this. I lost, I guess, the 50th rank. Someone just beat me, so I'm 51 now. But let's take a look at the country of America, United States of America. This is PlayStation profiles, and of course, number one is TJ Meat. He's got a great YouTube channel. You might want to check him out. He talks about the leaderboards all the time. He was alerting me to the fact that I have some competition in the form of the 6th rank person, Hot Nicks 1980, said that he projects that this Hot Nicks 1980 to take over the leaderboards and pass everybody. So he is on my radar, Hot Nicks, but I am 4th rank at the moment, trying to narrow the gap to Mr. Dealer 21, who is 3rd rank on PlayStation profiles. And again, you can't jump around, so you go from rank to rank. My next rank will be 3rd rank to beat Mr. Dealer, but then it's quite a distance between Mr. Dealer and Raining Elbows by the star count. Now, the star count could mean that each star point is a equivalent of 6 platinums, maybe. Depends. So you figure out the distance, and you times it by 6, but then you got to take into account that people are going to be playing every day. So I'm going to take the screen share for a second, because people were asking me on the comment section, and they said that, wow, Matrix, the guy Dave, who's the number one gamer in the world, has like 12,000 some odd platinums. By the time next year comes, if you're going to be competing with him next year, he probably will have 16,000 platinums by December. So you need to get 16,000 platinums. So I'm like, whatever I need to do to get to pass him when I am battling him, that's the goal then. I'm not scared by the amount of platinums because I'm getting close to 8,000. So what's another 8? But again, it's all about the money too. It's not just about beating the games. You have to buy the games too. But I don't like to jump the gun. Like I don't want to disrespect the competition that's nearest to me. So the person that is on my radar is Mr. Dealer, and it can only be Mr. Dealer. It can't be anybody else because I'm in the American League, and he is number 3. And me and him have danced before, and I have beaten him, and he has beaten me, and back and forth, and now catching up to him again. But this time I have to pass him where he ain't gonna pass me anymore. So I'm gonna have to get tons of platinums when the time comes when I'm right at the edge of him. So that way I can keep him busy while I go towards the ringing elbows. And of course, the trick would be to maintain my lead once I beat Mr. Dealer and get the platinums to get closer to ringing elbows. And then TJ Meat is a whole other animal where he's way ahead of ringing elbows. So again, it's a lot more difficult when you just have your backlog, because backlog consists of games that you, for some reason, you put aside. Could be you bought games from a rainy day, or it could be you can't stand the games, and for whatever reason, it's really very hard to work on the backlog straight through because you get bored very easily. And I find myself, if I'm going through games in the backlog, I stop because I'm like, oh, I can't stand this game, I can't stand that game, or I'm done with this game, or I remember that level sucked. So I stop, and that's why you need a mixture of new games to throw in there too, so you don't get bored. You know. So in this case, it would have been a great opportunity if I had a PlayStation, if I had a Hong Kong PlayStation card, because then I could buy the 2 games from Asia, Ultra Goodness 2, and then buy some other ones while I have the money left in the Hong Kong Asia card. But anyway, Mr. Dealer is on the radar. But again, let's go back into the leaderboards because I do want to take another look at it. And I want to see. So basically, TJ Meat is so far ahead of Raining Elbows. It's like basically well over 100. You're talking a lot of platinums. I mean, basically, what is that? 600 platinums? I'm trying to calculate it here. 100, and each star will be 60. Yeah, 600 platinums. Raining Elbows, I guess, would be even more than 600, maybe 650 away from beating TJ Meat. But of course, TJ Meat will maintain more platinums while Raining Elbows is getting platinums. So it's going to be very difficult when the time comes to face off against TJ Meat. He's not on my radar. He's not in my galaxy. He's not in my solar system. He's not anywhere close to me. Because right now, Mr. Dealer is in my sights. So Mr. Dealer, and even though Mr. Dealer is in my sights, Mr. Dealer is still a distance away. He's not exactly close either. So 98. 108, yes, that's what, 22 stars away. So, I mean, or 23. What is it? So it's another. I'm gonna say 140 platinums away, Mr. Dealer. But then again, by the time I get 140, what is he gonna be at? That's gonna be the question. So it's not gonna matter, even if I get to 140 over time. He's still getting platinums too, so it's gonna be a lot more than 140. Oh, so. And like I said, once I beat him, this dance can't continue with the he beats me, I beat him, he beats me, I beat him. When I beat him, I gotta really beat him, where I gotta get him out of the way, where he's gonna have to catch up. But I have to then set my sights on Raining Elbows, and I can't have distractions where I'm gonna go back and forth, beating each other. Because then once I'm past him, I gotta focus on Raining Elbows, and I gotta get close to Raining Elbows, and I gotta make a big enough lead where I put Mr. Dealer to sleep for a while, trying to catch up. Well, let's go back in there again. Let's look at the World League. People want to talk about the leader of the World League, Dave. And again, it's let me see. Can I do this? Yes, hold on. Let me go to World League. So I'm 51. I need to like the next page that I'm no longer on. I'm gonna go to page 1. We're gonna see. So there's Dave. David's from Canada. He's number 1, obviously, in Canada. And he is very far away. 2,897. Way far away. I mean, like I said, I can't even comprehend battling him yet, because to take a look more closely, you're talking as 12,354 platinums. And I have 7,626. Nowhere near. You're talking this thing is going to be deep. This thing is going to be late next year, if at all, if I do get close to him. So, it's going to be something to see what I end up with or how close I get to him next year. Like I said, the focus needs to be taking over America first, and then I can entertain the World League. But that guy's Hayden. That guy's way too close. I mean, Mr. Dealer, I'm way too close to Mr. Dealer. TJ Me too. I gotta get to him. But Dave is too far away. Too far away. Like, and again, to some people, be like, "Oh my God, you're never gonna catch them." No, I get platinums pretty fast. It's just if I have the means to buy the platinums, then I get the platinums very easily. The money isn't there though, so I'm trying to be creative to get the money for the games, and when I get my YouTube check and stuff like that, which is very few and far between, I use that too. But I would have to recreate my backlog because I've been eliminating my backlog. And of course, I don't like to have it where there is no backlog, because I always want to have something to fall back on. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, like, basically, when I eliminate games from the backlog, slowly rebuild it too. If games are on sale and I'm not in the mood to play right now, I may just buy them, throw them in there, and just leave them in there. And then when I need to get those platinums. So it's just, I got some today. Not as much as I should have. I should have got platinum 7,640 or 7,650. But because I'm not feeling well and because I did podcasts before, I really didn't get play that much. I didn't get that many platinums. And I have issues with my stomach, so that means I have to end the stream too because I can't last. So it sucks, but I have a plan. I have notebooks. I know what games I want to beat and play. And it's not just about gaming too, because Doctor Who is in the news too, with everybody thinking that Disney has pulled the plug. So I'm going to be constantly doing the Rick Rubin's cast lately, and try to do that, which I'll probably do tomorrow. I already did one today with Jay, so I'll probably do Rick Rubin's cast tomorrow. This will be the last podcast of the night. It's probably going to end soon. So it's great to see Hayden. Hayden was with me with the podcast for so many years. Hopefully, Hayden, you're around tomorrow. I'm kind of tired too. So, All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Good to see you, Hayden. Good to see everybody that dropped by. Thank you guys so much. Wish me luck with the gaming. Take care. Bye for now.